Hey everyone, Merry Christmas. This is the imperishable Sammy Zenith. Today I thought I'd awake from, my grave, my slumber in my grave, to, dedicate this video to my friend Nelson Toe. He's the one who inspired me to, do a video about this topic. And I just figured, what better time to do it? Uh, yeah, anyways, moving on from that, let's delve right in. Um, I'm going to be doing a different type of video about, Super Nintendo World today, because I kind of feel like a lot of people have shared their opinions on it, so, I mean, really, I don't have anything of value opinion-wise to offer. So I'm doing a different kind of video today. In this video, I will be talking about Super Nintendo World, but in a different sort of way. I'm going to be comparing it to Nintendo's previous amusement park, which is Nintendo Land. Now, some of you who weren't Wii U owners might be confused by that. So let me just give a brief rundown. Nintendo Land was a Wii U launch title. It came with the Wii U console. Well, I forget if it came with the console or if that was New Super Mario Bros. U. It might have been New Super Mario Bros. U, but Nintendo Land was still a launch title. And it was a game, despite that, it was a game that not many people got to play because not many people bought Wii U consoles. If the Wii U's notorious for anything, it's not being a particularly successful product. So, yeah, not many people are too familiar with Nintendo Land. Yeah, in a way, Nintendo Land was sort of ahead of its time, especially considering we're just now getting, a real-life rendition of a Nintendo amusement park. So, Nintendo Land, it was a pretty similar concept, except, of course, obviously, it's a virtual theme park. It's a Wii U game. It's not a real-life thing, unlike Super Nintendo World. But Nintendo Land had a lot of great ideas, and in a way, it brought that idea to life, just in a different way. Because the Wii U gamepad was it was a pretty interesting remote at the time. That was it's honestly if you think about it, the Nintendo Switch is pretty much like the next step up from that. It's kind of similar to the Wii U remote, but just fully portable. But yeah, Nintendo wanted to make full utilization of the gamepad with this game, and I think they succeeded. I think they implemented it in a lot of interesting ways. I just want to be comparing this version of Nintendo's theme park to the real life version that we will be getting to experience next year, or at least if you live in Japan, which I don't. But I would like to visit. I'm actually thinking about going there in 2022 with my friends. That's when we were discussing traveling to Japan. May or may not happen, depending on circumstances. But yeah, hopefully. I would love to go. If not, I'm interested to see when Super Nintendo World will open up in the United States, like Orlando, California, those places. Yeah. First, let's talk about Super Nintendo World, which was pretty much just covered in a Nintendo Direct. I won't go into too much detail. Uh, I mean, I would encourage you to watch the Nintendo Direct. It's really entertaining to see Shigeru Miyamoto go through the amusement park. He didn't go through the entire amusement park. They're keeping some of it a surprise, but he went through a lot of it, and it's just a 15-minute direct, and it's a lot of fun to watch. I love Shigeru Miyamoto. So yeah, you can go watch that. Of course, I'll link it. But yeah, basically, it's going to be a very interactive experience, but it's also very Mario centric. A lot of it is the Mushroom Kingdom. Well, as far to my knowledge, pretty much all of it is. And that of course might just be because it's part of Universal Studios, the entire amusement park. So, I'm sure if like they had the ability to like make a full-sized amusement park like the size of the entire Universal Studios park. They would probably have other IPs, but this is just my guess. Maybe they only had enough to do Mario. Maybe that's just a theory, a possibility. I don't know. But yeah. It's very Mario centric, and like I said, it's very interactive. You get these bracelets that actually allow you to like do different activities around the park, like hitting coin blocks, collecting coins. It's really cool. And also one of the main attractions is Bowser's Castle, which has go-karting. Mario Kart in real life. This is a dream come true, honestly. This is what I look forward to the most. Mario Kart in real life. Like, you get to wear these virtual reality goggles, and I'm guessing that'll allow you to see like all the item boxes. You like throw items at your friends. It's gonna be so cool. I can't wait to do that. So yeah, obviously it's going to be very immersive because I mean this is real life. Like, yeah, that like I can't wait. I can't believe this is going to be something that people get to venture into really soon. And anyone from like America who gets to go over to Japan next year and check out the theme park, that is a very blessed opportunity. I am envious. But I'm hoping to go in 2022. I like I said, I'm very excited. But yeah, that's basically what we can expect of Super Nintendo World. And as Miyamoto said, that wasn't everything. There might be a whole lot more he didn't cover. Particularly like other IPs. We will see. But yeah, obviously there are a lot of familiar faces from the Mario universe there. Like honestly, that Mario themed cafe that looks so cool. Like you get to see the toads on the screen doing it. I wonder if like you'll get to see like the actual people who are making the food, like they could dress up like toads, or if you're just going to see the toads on the screen, like the the animated toads. I don't know. I don't know how exactly they're going to do that, but I can't wait to try the food. I can't wait to try everything at this Super Nintendo World Park. But yeah. Sorry, I said I wouldn't talk too much about my opinions on it. Those are my opinions. Obviously, like all you, I'm very excited. But yeah, moving on, let's talk about Nintendo Land and basically just compare that a bit. In Nintendo Land, Um, there's actually a bigger variety of attractions. You still have some Mario themed ones. There's Mario Chase, and there's Luigi's Ghost Mansion, um, which is both of those are like sort of battle games. But another one of the battle games is actually based off of Animal Crossing. It's called Animal Crossing Sweet Day. Um, and then there are some team-based games like Legend of Zelda Battle Quest, Pikmin Adventure, and Metroid Blast. And then there are single-player um, attractions. Well, I mean, I'm calling them attractions because it's supposed to be, a virtual theme park, but, really it's just a game. So, I guess I should just refer to them as mini games. But anyways, one of them is Yoshi's Fruit Cart. That's another Mario one. But there's also Octopus Dance, which is based off of Clu Clu Land. And then you have Donkey Kong's Crash Course, Takamaru's Ninja Castle. Honestly, it's been a while since I've played this game, so some of the mini games in this game aren't really like fresh on my memory. But yeah, and then you have Captain Falcon's Twister Race, which is obviously F-Zero. And then you have Balloon Trip Breeze. So you may notice that there's a much bigger variety of, Nintendo IPs being represented here, which, is definitely a point in Nintendo Land's favor. It would be cool if, Super Nintendo World had a bit more of a variety of, like, other IPs being represented there, but I mean, of course, something to keep in mind is, like I said, this isn't like a full-size amusement park. This is part of amusement park, and that just happens to be going to Nintendo. But I don't know, maybe instead of Super Nintendo World, they could have just called it Super Mario World. I don't know if that would have been as marketable, but yeah. But anywho, so yeah, obviously, like I said, Nintendo Land has a lot more variety. But of course, since it's a virtual game and not like, a real life experience, it's not nearly as immersive. I mean, Nintendo Land's still a really fun game to play with other people. Trust me, I had so much fun playing this with, like, my family members and my friends growing up. It's so much fun to play with your friends. Not so much, not as much single player. Just from memory, I played this game a lot more, like, with other people than I did on my own. And then, of course, you can most of the games, like, involve your Mii's, your custom characters, on the Switch, though, the Switch still has sorry, the Nintendo Switch still has Mii's, but they're not nearly as, like, heavily, featured, across the various different Nintendo Switch games and whatnot. But in this game, they were still very much a part of it. I'm honestly surprised they did not port Nintendo Land over to Nintendo Switch, or even, put Nintendo Land onto Nintendo Switch, like, as a sequel, or like they did with Splatoon, or just some form of it on Nintendo Switch. I mean, we did get 1-2 Switch, which was another, like, mini game type of game, but that wasn't nearly as interesting. But yeah, I thought Nintendo Land was a very unique game, but I mean, hey, Super Nintendo World has apparently, been the actual real life theme park has been in development for quite some time. I think Miyamoto said somewhere in the presentation it was like 6 years. They've been working on it for 6 years. Like, geez, that's a long time. But yeah, apparently they've been working on it a while, so who knows, maybe that's why they didn't make like Nintendo Land 2 or anything, because they knew, okay, well, we're already going to make a real life Nintendo Land, or, Super Nintendo World, so what's the point of making a Nintendo Land 2 for the Switch? You know what I mean? From that perspective, I can see why they didn't, do that, but, yeah, that I just felt like sharing my thoughts on that. There are some definite similarities between Nintendo Land and Super Nintendo World conceptually. Um, if if you want like my overall thoughts, I think Nintendo Land, as like a concept is a better amusement park because, it's a lot more like all encompassing. Like you have not only Mario but also Animal Crossing and Legend of Zelda, Pikmin, Metroid, and other things. So, you know, like I said, you have a lot more IPs being represented there. But with Super Nintendo World, of course, that has the advantage of, you know, being something that's actually in real life, something that, you're actually physically immersed into and that you can go to and see in person. And, that'll obviously be a lot closer to an authentic amusement park experience than anything, uh, you know, Nintendo Land could have ever achieved. And of course, a lot more people are going to be excited for Super Nintendo World, and a lot more people are going to get to go than people got excited for Nintendo Land and buying the game and playing it and all that, because Nintendo Land, at the end of the day, it's just a game. It's just a video game. It's just a virtual experience. It's not the real deal. So, um, even though I do think Nintendo Land, just as like, you know, it just as a concept, an idea, is better than Super Nintendo World, because Super Nintendo World's basically just, you know, uh, the Mushroom Kingdom brought to life, which is cool. I can't wait to experience that. I can't wait to like step into Peach's castle when I enter, the Nintendo part of Universal Studios. I can't wait for that. I can't wait to be in Bowser's castle and of course just see everything. It'll be breathtaking. I mean, who knows? Maybe at the time I'll like decide to do a vlog with my friends if that's allowed. Nintendo's been cracking down on like copyright and everything lately, which kind of stinks. I wish they wouldn't do that. I know they're better than that. But yeah, that's a topic. That's another topic though. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to go there, obviously. And but yeah. That's basically the video I wanted to make. Just Nintendo Land versus Super Nintendo World, I guess. You know, uh, you can let me know what your thoughts on that are in the comments. Which amusement park do you think is better? Or, treat them like they're both, amusement park. Obviously, one's a real amusement park and one's not. So, I guess if you only like Mario and don't really care so much about the other things, then, conceptually, Super Nintendo World's a lot better because it's a lot more focused on Mario. It's almost like going to the Mushroom Kingdom in real life. But and then of course Nintendo Lands is that pretty much is it's got something for everyone. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and your overall thoughts on all these recent announcements relating to Super Nintendo World. I think this sorry. I think this video has gone on long enough. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas, and yeah, thank you for listening to this video. Yeah, thank you. This has been the imperishable Sammy Zenith. Hey everyone. I just wanted to thank you again for watching the video. I know I only make videos like once every you know 2,000 years, but I mean, hey, uh you know, this holiday season is all about being grateful, so show me a little bit of gratitude, okay? Just take it easy. Take it easy. There's my dog Ginger there. Yeah, I've already gotten some of my Christmas presents. I'm filming this before Christmas Day. One of my presents was Animal Crossing New Horizons. I have been holding out on getting the game, and yeah, I think the wait is going to be worth it. I also have Spider-Man Miles Morales now for PS4. There's also like a Christmas stocking here. This is a comfy robe that I got, and yeah, those things among other things, and of course, I'm also a giver of gifts. I got gifts for like my family too. So yeah, that's what it is. It's a season of giving and getting. Can't go wrong. But yeah, just let me know what you think of Super Nintendo World. Like I said earlier, let me know what you think of, like, the original draft versus the final version, because I think in the original draft, like, they had a conceptual map for it, and there were a lot more, like, there's a lot more of a diversity of, like, Nintendo IPs. Like, I saw that there was, like, there was Zelda, there was Pokemon, there was, I think there was even Metroid and maybe Kirby. Maybe not Kirby, I'm not sure. But there might have been Animal Crossing. I don't know. If I find what I'm thinking about, I'll try to link it in the description. But yeah, I don't know whatever happened to that, but still, I'm not like trying to sound, ungrateful or anything. I'm still, very pleased that this, Nintendo theme park is finally, coming into, fruition. So, yeah, again, I already said this a bunch of times. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, I guess. I don't really upload that much, but, I mean, hey, might as well. Bigger numbers are good, right? Numbers, they're good. And also like the video, and share it with other people so that more people can watch it, and I can make a few more cents off my videos. I really don't make much money off these videos. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here, because this video's gone on long enough. Merry Christmas! Ho ho ho!